Hey guys, so here at the Wanhao, and I've had a failed print. The extruder just stopped extruding. I'm not really sure why. Seems completely fine now. So I've tried to print this a couple times actually, and last night it failed a few layers after I went to bed. This is going to be the second extruder. It's a Greg's geared extruder. It's going to be for this dual extruder. I think I can save it. Let's go over to the computer for a second. Sorry, no screen capture today. This is just a really impromptu video. I didn't plan for this to fail. You can see it failed there. I've already killed the print and everything, so it doesn't show anymore, but it failed at layer 88. So I saved the G-code. Luckily I hadn't loaded anything else yet. I saved the G-code here. Blah blah blah. So I went Control F or find and found layer 88. So I selected and copied everything after that into a new file here called layer 88. I took the starting G-code minus the movements and I pasted it in at the beginning here. So as you can see, I've added a few lines of my own. I'm gonna go X, I'm gonna home X, I'm gonna home Y, then I'm gonna home Z. I did them as their own commands just to make sure it did that in that order. And then I want Z to go up 50 millimeters. So as we look down here, layer 88, which we copied, is going to start at 16.04. So I want to go way above that, and then we've got our starting G-code here. The turn off the fan, absolute positioning, extruder and absolute, temperatures, blah blah blah. Make sure there's no movements in there. So the first movement from Z50 is going to restart our print, hopefully. So I'm going to go back to Repetier, I don't know. What am I going to do here? Oh yeah, I've already loaded the G-code in. So I'm just going to hit, well, first I want to make sure I'm already homed, just for safety. And I'm going to hit start print. So now it's just going to go through all that G-code that we're sending to it. Now it should go up. No. Okay, so I had the wrong print loaded. We're back at the computer here. As you can see in the visualization here, it's going to start printing pretty high up there, which is exactly what I want. And it starts right there, which is about 50 millimeters. Okay, let's try this again. I'm going to go to manual control. I'm going to heat everything up. And then I'll hopefully resume this print. And we'll hit print. Hopefully it should go up a bunch. And it looks like we've successfully resumed this print. Alright guys, well, that seems to have worked. I actually had to try another time. I thought the jam in the extruder was out, but apparently it wasn't. But this time it's printing well. It doesn't even look like it's missed any steps. Sometimes if you restart a print, like after a pause or whatever, it'll start printing just the tiniest bit out of place and it'll look like it's skipped a step. Seems to look alright. It's a little line there because I mashed into the previous layer a little bit just to make sure it's stuck, but it seems to be printing in the exact same spot. So I guess that's about it. I hope this little tip saves your day sometime. It definitely saved my night. There's also another way if you weren't around the printer at the time that it failed. As long as like the top isn't all messed up, like if it just stops extruding at one point, you can wait until everything's cool if it's still hot and bring the nozzle down very carefully to the very top of the print, and that'll tell you exactly what level of Z it was at. Which then you can use the same kind of routine as I'd use to find the layer. You just do a Control F or find and look for that Z height, and that would be the layer you want to start your print over at. So I guess that's pretty much it. If you liked it, hit the thumbs up. If you disliked it, hit the thumbs down. Leave me a comment, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff. I can barely remember all this stuff at this time of night. Have a good one, guys.